Welcome to Attican Plays Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. All right, hi, this is Attican and welcome to Series 4, Episode 35 of Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. Now, I think this is going to be a fairly quick one. I just want to demonstrate how easy it is to kind of what I think of as plug in a new module, add a new industry, expand, whatever it is you're trying to do, if you have a good, flexible, solid design for how your base city works. So in this case, what I'm talking about is this right here. Remember, we set up these flats some time ago to support these chemical plants over here. And we've got the full-blown shopping, hospital, cinema, pub, and then, of course, all the schools and kindergartens and playgrounds to support them. And that has gone just great. And then we, in the last episode, plugged in a new industry. We put this chemical plant in, and we've got now a train line that's going down, picking up. This train station is set for workers only. And we built one flat, and we get citizens, so we brought in a whole bunch of people, and we had a bunch of 21-year-olds. Look at this. We've got 84, 24 plus. Good. Sorry, let me slow down and say that correctly. We have 84 21-year-old adults who are still living with their parents. We need to get them a home and get them working. So we're going to do that right now. So we brought a bunch over into this flat, and I still got to look into that food and meat. I'm not sure what the deal is because there is plenty of shopping over here, and we have a bus line right here that takes people from this area over to a bus stop here to go downtown. So anyway, you've got our downtown set up, however you set it up to get people to it. We have the ability to take people to work, to take people to shopping, and for their school, kindergarten and playground, and for their university school, their level 2.0 education. So that's this. It becomes very easy. It was super easy to plug in the plastics. Well, now what we're going to do is plug in another module. We've got over here, we have a mechanical components factory. It's time to bring that on board. So what I've done here is continue to build on this kind of looping idea we have, where you come in, you loop around, and here you go in and drop off chemicals. Here you go in and pick up plastics. So now if you just continue on around, you'll go in here and drop off steel, which is what the mechanical components factory needs. And you can come out and bypass that warehouse and go on out and leave. And then this warehouse, you'll be a train that'll come in and come here, and it's devoted to mechanical components, and that'll be the output from the factory. And then we've got the exact same drop-off point down here, and people will come down here, and now instead of everybody going up here to work to plastics, some will go here. So if we look at what that means, we built out the school, kindergarten, and a playground for these people when we did plastics. So these are by no means stretched. In fact, look at that. We have 0 kiddies in our kindergarten because we got a group of people. Let's see, what's our average age here? Does it give it? Yeah, it's 30, which is a little higher than typical. We don't have any 21-year-olds there. There, we do have some babies. That's interesting that we do have some babies, but nobody's at this kindergarten. Okay, that's a little suspicious. But no, they can walk to it just fine. That's a little strange. I think we'll see that change in a minute. But at any rate, now all we need to do to get this thing going is get a steel delivery. So let's talk about that. We've got our steel mill down, I think it's right about there. Let me start this to get rid of that error. As I've said before, when you first load the file, a save file, the electric trains, there is no electricity for a moment. So we've got our steel mill going, and we've got 2 trains here. And if we look at the trains, we've got one that is meant to go up to Borislav. So that, I believe, is this one. Yes, it is. So it loads up steel, and what we've got it set now is to go. This Liaslav is our new mechanical components area. So it's going to do an unload there of whatever it can, and then it'll take all the balance and dump it in Borislav. But to get it going, since it has very few, this one was just about full when I first started. So I added the Liaslav stop in here for this train as well. So it's going to go all the way up to Liaslav and drop off at our mechanical components. Then it's going to come all the way back to the Conmat, to the cargo train station there, to keep loading steel into our construction area, and then it'll go do an export at Molna. And I just added this on a temporary basis so that we could watch this train come in. Let's see. And he's got a question mark. I need to find out what the deal is. I want to see what happens when he gets to this, because there's something odd going on here. Okay, he stopped, which makes sense. There's a train in the way. There, he's not confused anymore. I think it's because I made a change. Let's go back up. I got to pause it for a second. Let's go back to our new factory area. Okay, so I've got this thing set up so, like I said, you loop in, and I'm having a hard time figuring out why would that signal right there be red? We have a go, unless everything seems to be connected, and in fact this train got in there. And how did he get in there? He came along the same path. So I'm a little confused as to what's going on right here with this guy, and I don't know. Yeah, I have to swear, I have to say I am confused about this. But anyway, I'm interested in seeing if our train will come here. And I also want to show you, look at this. Look at this. I mean, it's ugly as sin, but I'm curious to see if that works, if it's considered a connection. If it isn't, we'll have to do some landscaping or terraforming and fix this up a little bit. So what we need, of course, now are some more workers. So we're going to look at our spreadsheet, and we'll look at mechanical components. But because we already have the school and the kindergarten and playground built for one flat, it can certainly do a couple more. So we don't need to build any extra items. We just need to account for the workers in a mechanical components factory, and that means we just need a couple of flats. So we're going to, you guessed it, build 2 flats. So 1 and 2 and go. And I've got them on get citizens, so they should auto-populate. There we go. They come with a whole bunch of issues. I'm not sure where that's coming from, but and let's just see if we got our, see now we're down to 0, 21 pluses. So now these people should give us a lot more workers here. There we go. Now we should have a lot more workers going down here to our new area. Now let's watch this train come in. And it was like 1 person or 2. All right. Now we are not going to import any steel. We could and make a small profit, but we're going to wait until that train gets up there with our delivery. He should be somewhere along here. Where is that guy? Is he this one? Yes, let's just ride along. These nighttime rides are kind of nice, very pleasant. Quite the light show. Now I'll be curious to see if he goes where we want him to. So far so good, of course. All right. Now, what's wrong? All right, something is rotten in the state of Denmark because this train and pause. And we're missing. Okay, what we need to be able to do is then close that out and say, hey, you're in there. And you're in there. Now, is this working correctly? Okay, so it's still not working correctly because this train should be able to go up through here, and this is showing as a red signal. Now, what would make it a red signal? I don't know. I don't know. He's got green. We've got green around here. There are no signals here. I don't know why that signal was red. I really, really don't know. If I take it out, now he doesn't even know what to do. All right, I'm totally confused. Okay, now he's got a green, but I'm afraid. Oh, man. Well, some of you said you like to see the problem solving almost as much as the explanations, maybe even more so. Well, here we go again. I thought this was going to be a super quick, super easy video, but now I'm totally confused. I'm trying to show you guys all of this so you can help me figure it out. I'm trying to see where is there something going on with these tracks. I mean, I built this on some pretty sloped land, so it was not easy to put it together. Is that a connection right there? I think it's just bad display. I think the track's okay. We're coming in here. We're going out. Going out both ways. Out and out. Everything looks flipping perfect. Okay, so you go chain in, and based on our way of thinking about it, you would clear the block, but you could clear the block, I guess, up here. So now we've cleared the block, and he actually has a green up to there, which is going to make him stop. But let's see if he'll go to there. Okay, he did go through that, and I think he is going to take the correct. It's fine that he stopped. That's correct because there was somebody in the crop circle. But now, stop. Okay. Why would this be red? I really don't know. Is this green signal too close? Did I put it? No. Does anybody know why that signal is red? And if I take it out, well, what happens? Oh, look at that. He goes backwards. Something's wrong with the track. There has to be something wrong with this track up through here. We know that this works, so it has to be up through here somewhere. There is some disconnect. And he's trying to go right here. So let's see if we can get him to at least go to right there. Nope, he still doesn't want to go. Is this bad? And it was not going to let me delete it because he is on it. I can separate him, perhaps. No, I can't. All right, now that's a little strange. It's showing that there's a vehicle attached to this piece, so man. No, no. Huh. Well, do you see how easy it is to plug a new module into this game? It's super easy. He gets to this segment right here and stops and wants to go backwards. right, now that's just weird. That's just wrong. It somehow thinks that this is attached to somebody. It isn't. It isn't. Oh, I thought he was going to go somewhere. It must be this intersection right here, doesn't it? It almost has to be. Which it can't delete. But why? All right. I'm sorry, but this is kind of beyond weird. Um, I'm gonna have this guy just take off. See if we can get him out of here. See if that helps at all. See if he'll. Oh, look at this. He's getting cut off. And now this guy goes. There was something really creepy there. Did you notice that I started him, he got cut off, and there was some weird thing going on with these tracks. That was wrong. Ah, man. Let's just see if our steel train will actually deliver steel. Look at that. Will you look at that? And will you look at this? We're actually creating mechanical components. Unreal. Unreal. There was something really strangely, weirdly going on about this track right here. So let's see if we can put this back in. And have it come down and meet that like so. And now these signals are working correctly. Now they're showing green when they should be showing green. Did our steel train make it out? Okay, I wonder where he's going. He's going to Conmat, and he's going this way. Why would he go this way? I thought Conmat was... I think I'm turned around here. con mat is over here, so he should be, I would think. I don't know where he's going. This could be, maybe he's going for fuel since he did all that dancing. No, he's not empty. Well, I hope he finds his way. And I hope this is working, because now we're going to fire up another train and make it more complicated. Here we can see a couple of trains working together at Borislav, so this is working nicely. That's nice to know. So let's get another train going that's going to export mechanical components. Diesel. And we carry those in a box car as well. We want this train to go here, and then for the time being it can just export. There we go. Our new diesel loading station is working nicely. Fueling station. Now I'm following him because I just want to make sure he makes it. Make sure he gets into where he's supposed to go. And I'd love to see that other train come back and go into the place where he's supposed to go. The one that was the, I guess the loading of the plastics. And I can see it over there. It is in the right place. So it looks like we've got all, look at this. Oh, I know what's wrong now. Okay. We need to cut this track off. Now that we replace this track, we need a signal that allows trains coming up here to clear the block and say, hey, I have cleared that block. So now he's got a green. There we go. Now we want to see this guy go into his spot exporting mechanical components. And apparently our super steep forklift system worked. There we go. He's being loaded with mechanical components. So we have successfully put in another module, solved a rather strange train track problem, which I can only say had to be an improvement opportunity. It couldn't be anything else. Okay, we're not getting a ton of workers. And let's see what we've got here. We've got 134, 122. Look at the educations on these people. 122. Let's follow somebody who's not so happy and see what's going on with him. Now, he's working at the mechanical components factory. That's good. And his shift will end, he'll just magically end up back in his flat. Or she, excuse me, she will magically end up back in her flat. And let's just check something here. Yeah, now we've got babies. That's more like it. We've got people playing. We've got people going to school with plenty of teachers. And she needs food and sport. So let's see what she does. She's going to go to the football field first. Played football. Now walking over to the bus stop. Waiting on the bus platform, bus stop. Got on this bus right here. Traveling downtown, walking over to the shopping center. Got all the meat. Did it all in time, and she'll end up magically back at home. Well, she is already magically back at home and ready to go back to work. And now she's working in the kindergarten. All right, cool. So people should be getting happier here. We should be producing mechanical components. I did want to check to see if this was enough room, and it is. Good. That entire train would fit in there. That was the only problem. And the one design flaw I would say, other than that weird track right there, it was the this right here. This train is hanging over. If we had a fire here, we would have to release this train to make that work. That's something I can go back and put a bridge in or fix it in some way, or just micromanage a little bit, which I'm not my favorite thing to do. All right, so that shows you how, other than the weird track, how easy it is to put a new module in, particularly when you've got a solid setup like this. These flats, as long as they can walk to their support buildings here, whatever's going to get them to shopping, whatever's going to get them to work, and then eventually for some of the students to university, then you're going to be in great shape. And what we want to see here are where all the problems they have are the church problems, the spirituality. Like one citizen couldn't get food's a little weird. And I think one of the problems I have is actually having this football field here. I think they go play football first, and it actually slows them down. And if the football field maybe was over here, it might be a better location for it. So I have to think about that one. So let me know your thoughts on whether or not you typically put your fields like that. Okay, now we've got a ton of steel. All right, we're loaded up on steel. And the one thing I do want to go before I sign off here is go down here to that steel mill and look at the two trains. And the one I did the temporary drop off of steel to get us going, I want to cancel that one. So this one will stay, and this one will no longer go to the mechanical components part. He'll go to the ConMat area, to the construction materials. So this one will supply the mechanical components. All right, so now we should be making mechanical components, and that's one more thing. We can go to our spreadsheet and say, nice satisfying little tick mark right there. And the next thing we want to get into is the prefab and cement will come along with our construction materials. Probably electrical components. So let's see, what do we have to do electrical components. They need plastics. Ta-da. steel, ta-da, chemicals. All right, we can do that. So we'll figure out where to put in our electrical components probably in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it'll help you become a better player, and I hope you'll join us for our next Workers and Resources Soviet Republic video. Thank you.